67 copies of Moby Dick.
The movie or the book?
You made a book out of that?
I think so.
Yeah, get the book.
Welcome to Somethin Crunchy, the Valley's #1 comedy entertainment podcast. Biscuit is homies with Blake. Blake is the older brother of Blair. And Blair is married to Biscuit. Here are your hosts, Colin Blake with Blair and Tyler Dressel.
All right. Welcome to Somethin Crunchy. I'm Colin Blake. With me, as always, Blair and Tyler Dressel. Thank you for joining us by way of 97.3 The Rattler or wherever you get your podcast. We have a crunchy soda ahead of us tonight. All fun and games, and we're going to be adding to that database of useless knowledge, those good-for-nothing fun facts and did-you-knows. We live for this stuff around here, and we have several games to get you both behind the scenes and fall down drunk. Tonight, we're playing for chugs, and we have several categories covering everything from on-screen direction to on-screen dongs. Lots to get into.
Can't wait.
As always, drink when you're wrong, and if you both get one right, I'll take a knock off the old canteen here.
Ooh.
Let's dive in, shall we?
Yes.
Shall we?
Stand up and shout. Okay.
Shout out.
First category is general film knowledge with multiple choice answers. NASA's management training program shows this film to new managers where they are given the task of trying to spot as many errors as possible. At least 168 have been found. Are they shown Apollo 13, Gravity, or Armageddon?
Armageddon.
Felt pretty strongly about that.
You're going to need to get that bottle, bro.
Oh, I love
You guys
how
game
this
to play
is
tonight?
starting.
Yes.
I was already thinking Armageddon. As much as I love to disagree,
I felt like
it was
Apollo
Armageddon.
13 was the one that
I
you
was
there.
thinking that when you said it first, but then you said Armageddon. I was like, oh, that is like gotta have some
wasn't-
falsies in there.
Don't you go double sipping, bro.
That wasn't trappy at all.
I'm feeling good over here.
You guys are feeling strong. Okay. In which of the following scenes did Leonardo DiCaprio get seriously injured in real life? The fight against a butcher in Gangs of New York, hitting the dinner table in Django Unchained, or getting an axe swung on him by Rose on the Titanic?
This one's tougher.
I'm gonna go with the butcher's leaving.
I ain't interested in the butcher's leaving.
Yeah. I mean, that was wild. I think Gangs in New York, there was like
And you know Daniel Day is a method actor, so
oh yeah, I felt
I
like
think he's
there
really
was some,
throwing
like
bows.
yeah, some method energy going on there. So I'm gonna go with that one.
I think Rose has got something shady going on with her. I'm going to go with Titanic.
Ooh, Titanic, and you're staying with the butcher?
Yes.
You're both wrong.
Oh, no.
Really?
It was hitting the dinner table in Django Unchained. While playing Calvin Candy, Leonardo DiCaprio smashes his hand on the dinner table, accidentally crushing a small stemmed glass with his palm and began to bleed pretty badly. He ignored it, stayed in character, and continued with the scene. Quentin Tarantino was so impressed that he used this take in the final print, and when he called cut, the room erupted in a standing ovation.
Wow.
Whoa.
That was such like an intense movie to make anyway, and I feel like Leo had to go through a lot. I know he had a hard time like with some of the verbiage that he had to say, and
He
Jamie
did.
Foxx had to kind of like help him along through that, which I thought was interesting. And the fact that he like hit his hand, you know, that at that point he was like, I got to go through with this and got to keep going with the scene. That's
Gotta
what
keep going.
I want to watch it again now and see that.
While on Titanic, who actually drew the famous charcoal picture of naked Kate Winslet? Billy Zane, James Cameron, or Kathy Bates?
James Cameron.
Kathy Bates.
It was James Cameron.
Ah,
It felt very James Cameron thing to do.
Also, after finding out that she had to be naked in front of Leonardo DiCaprio when they first met, Kate Winslet broke the ice by flashing him.
You know, she was like ready to go for that. She would have let it all go. She was like, I have to pretend to be like, oh, I just couldn't possibly. I'm here
I couldn't
to show off
possibly.
my knickers.
Just
But
like-
like, no, I'm definitely going to whip out some titty. For
was he
ya.
of age yet?
Pretty sure.
Close enough.
I mean,
Leading man age.
yeah, because he was in Romeo and Juliet, and that was a year or two before that.
He was like 15 in that.
Really?
I feel like
No,
Kate's
he
been
was
in love with
15
Leo
in
since
Gilbert
Titanic.
Grape.
Was he?
Yeah. Will Smith kind of fucked things up pretty good while filming I Am Legend. Which of these isn't true? While doing a press conference in Japan, he accidentally revealed the ending to a bunch of entertainment reporters. He refused to come back to do his voiceover parts in post-production, so they had to hire an impressionist to reread his lines. Or he wanted to keep the dog after filming finished and kept asking if he could buy it from the owners, who repeatedly said no.
Oh, he wants the dog.
He's not a dog kind of guy.
No, he got attached. He wants the dog.
I think you're wrong.
They went through an experience together. He wants the dog.
It was a nice German Shepherd.
So he wants the dog, and he definitely revealed some info.
I'm going A and B. He did it on
I'm
accident.
going to do BC. You know he's keeping the dog.
You're both wrong because you both had B in there, which had him refusing
A
to
and
do his
C.
voiceover parts.
He didn't refuse?
No, he didn't refuse.
Oh.
I can't speak to whether or not he did them, but that was the made-up answer. What was true is that he did reveal the ending in Japan to a bunch of entertainment reporters, and he did keep asking if he could buy the dog.
I knew he wanted that dog.
At a Q&A session after screening Into the Woods, James Corden recalled an incident during rehearsals in which Meryl Streep jumped on a table and her foot got caught in her costume. She started falling backwards, head first towards a concrete floor. Both Corden and director Rob Marshall froze in fear that they were about to witness the death of Meryl Streep. However, this actor stepped in and caught Streep just before she hit the floor. Christine Baranski, Anna Kendrick, or Emily Blunt?
Emily Blunt.
Nope. It's Anna Kendrick. She's got the spirit. She's got the
And
sparkle.
she's quick. She's small. She could like quickly get there.
mousy.
But Emily Blunt, you know, she would jump in real fast.
Yeah. It's Kendrick.
You're going
Christine
Kendrick.
Baranski is like, oh no. Meryl, no.
Oh, Meryl, no.
Like she doesn't want anything bad to happen, but I don't think she's like diving for Meryl.
Meryl
Yeah.
Streep, be careful.
Yeah. Emily, go get her.
Final answers?
I said what I said.
Emily Blunt.
I know my
Anna-
truth.
Anna Kendrick. I know my truth. Your truth was correct. It was Emily Blunt,
Son of a
Yes!
bitch.
who also happened to be pregnant at the time.
And still went for it. Emily Blunt. Stand-up
Sacrificial blunt.
gal.
Sacrificial blonde.
I would have been shocked if you told me Baranski was taking a dive for Meryl. It's like
That would have been
that.
She's taking a dive, all right.
Which actor was actually missing their teeth in their famous toothless scene? Joe Pesci in Home Alone, Ed Helms in The Hangover, or Himesh Patel in Yesterday?
Okay. I'm kind of thinking Pesci on this.
You're liking Pesci.
I'm feeling a little Pesci or Patel. I'm not sure. I'm going to go Pesci on this one.
Ed Helms.
Biscuits is right.
Oh, it was Ed?
It was Ed. In The Hangover, Ed Helms is actually missing a tooth. He never had an adult incisor grow, and his fake incisor was taken out for the parts of filming Stu's tooth being missing. Blair, drink.
I knew that.
He knew it.
I seen it. Bonus scenes.
Bonus scene?
What else you got?
Given the unusual style of filming long takes, Michael Keaton, Ed Norton, Emma Stone, and Zach Galifianakis all kept a tally of their mistakes while filming Birdman together. Who had the most mistakes and who had the least?
I bet Zach Galifianakis was like dead on.
Michael,
I bet he was your wild card that like randomly nailed every line. Ed Norton wanted to do it 100 times because he's a perfectionist and wanted to nail it.
And who got the most mistakes?
I think it's Ed Norton. I bet he had a lot of mistakes and wanted to keep doing it again.
I don't want to agree with her, but I agree with her. I agree.
You're half right. Zach Galifianakis did have the least amount of mistakes.
It was Keaton because you want to think that because he's the most established that he was like perfect and
It was Emma Stone.
oh.
Let's drink them together.
All right. Community cheers.
Cheers.
Which actor shut down the production of a movie for 4 days by refusing to wear a Yankees hat? Ben Affleck, Mark Wahlberg, or Ben Foster?
Wow. We know Mark Wahlberg is like a hardcore Boston, so I feel like he'd have like a really hard time.
All three of these guys
Are
hardcore
known
Boston.
for being
yeah.
hardcore, but which one's gonna be like, not gonna do
It's
it?
taking a stand. It's Ben Affleck.
I was gonna say it's a very Ben thing.
That's
to
a
do.
very Ben thing to do. Keep drinking, brother.
Refuse to cave. Be drinking.
We got it right.
He be drinking.
Woof.
Bye.
Production of the film Gone Girl had to be shut down for 4 days due to Ben Affleck's refusal to follow David Fincher's vision and wear a New York Yankees cap for a scene where Affleck's character Nick is at an airport. The Bostonian actor said to Fincher, "David, I love you. I would do anything for you, but I will not wear a Yankees hat." Eventually, the two settled for Ben's character to wear a Mets cap. Fincher jokingly describes Affleck's actions of this as entirely unprofessional in the DVD's audio commentary.
Oh, he was like upset about it. Like, could you just wear the damn hat? Okay.
Just wear the fucking
Just
hat.
wear the fucking hat. God damn.
I've heard that he like will fight strangers if you come by and you put a Yankee hat on him or just throw it at him. He will fuck you up over that.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I could see him being like a little sensy about it.
Very.
Yeah.
In order to prep for the ultra-violent, bat-wielding bear Jew in Inglourious Bastards, Eli Roth did 2 of the following 3 things to get him in a violent mood before filming. He wore wool underwear, picked fights with other actors on set, listened to Hannah Montana music on his iPod.
I mean, does that get anyone like particularly feisty?
Only
That
against.
violate?
Yeah. It's the first 2. It's wool underwear and picking fights.
Yeah, picking fights on set, getting things all riled up.
Mm-hmm. And a real scratchy pair of butt wrangler.
Yeah, that's gonna piss you off more than
Yeah.
some scratchy underwear.
You're both wrong. Made up
Really?
pick fights with other actors on set.
That was like the one I was sure about. God, Trap City.
Extra trappy. Listen to the following clip from The Social Network. This takes place during one of the depositions.
Mr. Savrin, what happened after the initial launch?
It exploded.
Everybody on campus was using it. Facebook me. It was a common expression after 2 weeks.
And, Mark?
And Mark was the biggest thing on the campus. It included 19 Nobel laureates, 15 Pulitzer Prize winners, 2 future Olympians, and a movie star.
Who was the movie star?
Doesn't matter.
This is all true. And who was the movie star being referenced? Jodie Foster, Natalie Portman, or Gina Davis?
Natalie Portman?
Gina Davis.
One of you is correct.
It's me.
It's
Me.
I'm just gonna say it's me.
Natalie Portman, who was enrolled at Harvard from 1999 to 2003, also helped Aaron Sorkin by providing him insider information about what went on at Harvard at the time Facebook first appeared there.
I think Gina Davis was Facebooking. Like,
Probably not, Blair.
no, probably not.
Christian Bale drew inspiration from which actor to prepare for his role in American Psycho? Tom Cruise, Michael Douglas, or Richard Gere?
Richard Gere isn't like near crazy enough, but he also has like a calmness to him that is a little Gere-like, and that hair feels a little Gere to me.
Does feel a little geary.
As much as I don't want to say it, I feel like I've convinced myself
should
to
say
go
it.
Gere now.
You should say that.
It's Gere.
It's Tom Cruise.
He's right. You should say that. I love where you're going with this.
I hate when you
You're
do
totally onto something
this.
here,
I hate
Blair.
when you do this to me.
Couldn't agree less. It's Tom Cruise. Christian Bale explained that he drew inspiration from a Tom Cruise interview on David Letterman's show in which he was struck by the star's very intense friendliness with nothing behind the eyes.
Oh,
That's right.
kind of see it now.
Yeah, now that I
I
think
don't
about
hate
it,
my
I was
Gere
like,
answer, but
whoa, that is very Tom Cruise of him.
yes.
Very Tom Cruisian.
Big smile on his face, bright eyes, bushy tail, and a axe-wielding attitude.
Which Star Wars actor demanded that the color of his lightsaber be purple so it would be easier to find him in battles on screen?
I just love everything about that. By the
Mark
way,
Hamill.
Ewan McGregor, Liam Neeson, or Samuel L. Jackson?
oh, Samuel Jackson is like, hell no, my shit is purple. I will only be purple. Nothing else but purple.
That's pretty good Sam, Blair.
Pretty good Sam.
I'll
Pretty
never,
good Sam.
I'll never do Sam again.
I agree with Blair. It's Samuel L. Jackson. You
Wow,
get to drink
really?
it, brother.
Oh. Like Ewan McGregor is going to put
correct.
up a fight about his purple saber.
Yeah, that's Shaft
No.
out there.
No,
You don't,
he's very particular. That was a good trap.
And you know what? He deserves whatever
Didn't
color
Shaft-
saber.
Shaft wore purple suits, right?
Of course, he has attachment to purple.
You were very right about Samuel L. Jackson.
Love that.
Jackson said, well, shit, I want to be able to find myself in this big fight scene. And he asked for a purple lightsaber. George Lucas told him lightsabers don't come in purple. But Jackson said, yeah, I want a purple one. I'm like the second baddest Jedi in the universe after Yoda.
Yeah, I'm still going to need a purple one. So that's so funny.
Oh, shit.
Well, that shit better be purple.
You can just picture it, like, that was a direct quote.
Yeah,
That's exactly
yeah,
how he
direct.
said.
For
Shit. It was a quote. Which Eli Roth movie is based on a true story? Cabin Fever, Knock Knock, or Hostel?
Oh, gosh. I don't want any of those to be true. Blair Hostel.
Cabin Fever.
It was Blair Hostel.
No.
Whoa. That's my biggest
I don't
fear,
want
is
to
I'm
believe
like,
that.
It's
Yeah.
so realistic, though. It's like, this is happening.
Eli Roth came up with the premise for Hostel after discovering a Thai website where people can pay to torture and kill another human. He was talking to a friend about the worst, sickest things they'd ever seen on the internet. He told me about this website in Thailand where for $10,000 you could shoot someone in the head. I thought it would be a great subject to do a documentary on, but then I thought, do I want these people knowing where I live? If it's real, they got my address, and if it's fake, they'd probably run off with my credit card. That Thai dark web is no joke. It's where innocence goes to die.
Oh, I can't imagine what goes on there. But no, it felt like it could be a little too real.
Mm-hmm. While we're on the subject, I need to induce my own intervention here. To talk about my roaring Thai food addiction.
It is getting a little serious.
You been tying one on, brother?
I've been tying one on. Hey, it started off just getting Thai on the weekends, getting Thai with friends. Now I'm just getting Thai all the time. I've even been getting a little Thai at work. So let's break this down over some yellow curry after we finish recording and really get into it. You don't want any of this, Dewey.
Sounds kind of expansive.
It's the cheapest food there is. Eager to jump back into it, but before we do, let's take a break.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for listening to Something Crunchy, and we hope you're enjoying the episode. It now pays to crunch down every week because we're hooking you up with big discounts from big brands. Up to 35% off Invicta watches using code CRUNCHY and apparel from 8080, where in addition to 10% off using code CRUNCHY, every dollar you spend goes towards an entry in their dream car giveaway. Don't forget to join the Something Crunchy Facebook group for updates, polls, and the web's crunchiest memes. You can find us on Twitter at crunch_cast, and feel free to send any questions and track submissions to somethingcrunchy@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the show.
And we're back, crunching down behind the scenes in the middle of a fun game. Let's continue. Jump right back into it. Brad Pitt and Eric Bana did not use stunt doubles while filming their fight scene in Troy. Being that they are not trained, there were bound to be some accidents, so they made a gentleman's agreement that they would pay each other real money for every hit. $50 for light hits, $100 for hard blows. What was the outcome after filming? They each owed each other thousands of dollars. Eric Bana owed $450 and Brad Pitt owed $150. Brad Pitt owed $750 and Eric Bana owed $0.
I'm going to say 450, 150. I bet there was a little touch and go, but you think one person's going to just go whipping and then someone's just going to take it?
Yeah. It's me, 750 and 0.
You think so?
I do.
He's right. At the end of the 6-day long shoot for their scene, Pitt owed Bana $750 and Bana owed Pitt absolutely nothing.
No hits.
It's a real pro versus a
movie fighter. On the set of Roar, a film about a family living with lions, this actor was only 14 years old when she was mauled so badly that she required facial reconstruction surgery and almost lost an eye.
What?
Melanie Griffith, Goldie Hawn, or Meg Ryan?
I'm in shock that happened.
Mm.
Feels a little Goldie to me.
Feels very Melanie to me.
Really? A splash of Meg. Like, I mean, Meg was my second runner-up, so...
Nah, her eyes are too, like, perfectly round. I'm going to go Mel. Melanie's got, like, kind of a half-closed eye when she's smiling. And
You think she's been mauled?
Yeah, I feel like that's...
No, I bet it happened to Goldie. She's like so sweet that she was probably like, oh my God, it's going to be fine. And then just got like completely mauled.
He's right.
Damn.
It's Melanie Griffith.
Yeah, I can tell.
He's like that eye. I can always tell.
Blair, why aren't you drinking?
I'm getting there.
Get your grams in.
Damn, I thought I had
Get
that
your
one.
grams in.
Thought I had that one.
Throw back a couple grams.
Which scene was filmed backwards in Pulp Fiction? Marcellus Wallace getting hit by a car, Mia getting plunged in the chest with a needle, Vincent accidentally shooting Marvin.
Mia with the chest. I was wondered, but I can't imagine them like actually shoving
Throwing
it
it
through
in,
her
yeah.
chest. So now that you say that, I could see them putting it on her chest and then pulling it up and doing it that way. So I'm going to say Mia.
I am also going to agree with Blair. Yep.
Whoa!
Drinky McDrinkerson.
So just then I convinced Tyler and I was right? Are we just going to address
And good showing your work.
either of those things?
Well done. You didn't
I think
fall
I
into
might even
any
drink
trap.
to that, to be honest.
Victory lap.
Victory lap. The shot of Vincent plunging a syringe into Mia's chest was filmed by having John Travolta pull the needle out, then running the film backwards. If you watch carefully, you'll see the mark on Mia's chest disappear when she's revived.
Felt it.
Felt it.
Felt it.
Let's get into some casting. Who else was considered for playing the Terminator before Arnold got the part?
I just can't imagine it.
There was others?
Playing it, yeah.
Sylvester Stallone,
Ooh.
O.J. Simpson, or Steven Seagal?
Oh, this felt so Seagal. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
You want to say Sylvester. I know you're feeling sly on this.
You feeling a little sly?
I'm not feeling that sly.
No? What do you think? You
I'm
just
feeling
wanted
very
OJ
juicy.
You're
yeah,
feeling
you're going
juicy?
to OJ.
I'm
You just
feeling
want to
juiced.
pick OJ for this.
I do. I don't think he can ride a motorcycle, though.
He's right.
No.
O.J. Simpson was considered for the Terminator, but the producers feared he was too nice to be taken seriously as a cold-blooded killer.
I have no words for this. Stop. I couldn't possibly say anything to follow this up.
No, that's not real.
Well done. It's real. And why aren't you drinking?
Because I'm in complete shock still. I just need a moment to like soak in.
Pick
what
your
just
jaw off
happened.
the floor.
Process.
so
I
they don't
know. Let me just lift
Spill that
jaw
claw
up.
right in your lap.
That-
Wow, mind blown.
Some fun facts are more fun than others.
This is some good stuff.
Which of the following actors were not considered for the role of Batman in 1989, which eventually went to Michael Keaton? Kevin Costner, Pierce Brosnan, Bruce Willis, Bill Murray, or Mel Gibson?
I would have loved to see Bill Murray in this.
Me too. Like you just tickled my
Who was
my
not-
Murray feathers right
I don't
there.
think Bill Murray was considered for the role as much as I like. He would have been my first choice. Now that I hear it,
Yeah.
I just would have loved. We at least need that character to happen. I want to say Bill Murray, but like Mel Gibson,
It's
no,
Mel.
he's so not Bruce Wayne.
It's Mel Gibson.
Yeah,
You're both saying Gibson.
Yeah.
You're
I'm-
both wrong.
although I'm
He
kind of
was considered, and so was Kevin Costner, Pierce Brosnan, and Bill Murray.
wow.
Bruce Willis was the only of the bunch that was not considered for Batman.
Shocked.
He was probably still on moonlighting at the time.
Shocked.
Could have been.
Pierce Brosnan would have been like a great Batman. He's so Bruce Wayne.
He was too
English.
in
007.
James Bond.
Yeah.
Come on, Blair.
Obviously.
Let's keep it Bruce Willie. Who was originally offered the lead role in Die Hard before it went to Bruce Willis? Christopher Walken, Eddie Murphy, or Frank Sinatra?
Okay, couldn't be more diverse there. So I'm just gonna need to
Yeah.
like think about each of those individually. Whoa, to think of Eddie Murphy in that.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's Eddie Murphy because he at that time was super booked up and probably just couldn't do it because of his schedule.
They wanted him.
They wanted him. He was hot. Raw just came out. I'm going to say Murph.
Yeah, I might go with Murph too.
You're both wrong.
What?
Why would you even think of that? Of all the traps to fall into tonight, you
Like,
fell into the Murphy trap.
You know it's gonna happen.
It was Frank Sinatra.
What?
In 1968, Frank Sinatra starred in a movie called The Detective, which was based on a book. Over a decade later, a sequel to that book was published. The new book was the inspiration for the 1988 movie Die Hard, which technically made it a sequel to Sinatra's movie. Because Sinatra had starred in that first movie, he was contractually obligated to get first dibs on the sequel. He was 73 years old at the time, so he graciously turned the role down.
Man,
My goodness.
I don't know.
Fun fact.
I would have loved to see the Murph.
So fun.
I'd like to see the Murph. Still feeling the Murph. Who got fired from their role on Finding Nemo for refusing to do the voice that her television show character is known for? Fran Drescher, famous for The Nanny, Maggie Wheeler, who played Janice on Friends, or Megan Mullally, who played Karen in Will and Grace?
Fran Drescher. I bet she's like, I don't want to be associated with that voice anymore. I've moved on. I'm going to be known for something else. I can't keep going back to that well. So I'm going to say Fran.
Agreed.
You're both wrong.
No.
Come on. I thought I had it.
The only one that hits me as a diva, too.
And it was just like, no, I can't do that voice again.
It was Megan Mullally.
Well, couldn't do the Karen.
Megan Mullally was fired from her role in Finding Nemo for refusing to do her high-pitched Karen Walker voice from Will and Grace. The role then went on to Ellen.
Oh, man, I love Megan Mullally too, but I get it.
Charlie Hunnam lost 20 pounds for the last season of Sons of Anarchy. During auditions to play King Arthur, director Guy Ritchie was really bothered by his look, but he liked his performance and asked him 4 times during the process about his poor physique. Hunnam said that when he brought it up for the 4th time, he told Ritchie, look, dude, you keep bringing this up, the physicality. It's obviously your primary concern. So if you want to do away with all of this auditioning bullocks, I'll fight those other 2 dudes. I know who they are. You could bring them both in here. I'll fight them both. The one that walks out of here gets the job. Charlie Hunnam won the role.
He's such a badass.
I did some digging and looked for who else was up for this role and did find a pair of actors, which 2 were also up for the role of King Arthur. Henry Cavill and Jai Courtney.
Mm-hmm. Jawline and Jyline.
Mm-hmm. Kit Harington and Taron Egerton.
Ooh, that could be it.
Yep.
Or Miles Teller and Colin Farrell.
Whoa, can you imagine finding that duo? I might have to go with the first pair that feels like who would have been picked as potentials for
Superman
this.
and Suicide Squad?
I don't know. Henry Cavill,
I don't know if
he
you
was
could
hot.
pick those 2 guys.
Henry Cavill, I think he was up for, he was like going strong for a second, wanted
Henry
it a lot of
Cavill
different
is
things.
like 6'4", 230.
Yeah, but Charlie Hunnam's got passion, and you can't beat passion. So I'm going to say Henry.
Oi, oi!
United.
How do you feel about that? What do you think?
Colin Farrell and
Colin Farrell and Miles Teller?
Miles.
Blair's right.
Whoa!
It was Henry Cavill and Jai Courtney.
No.
Blair.
Knew it.
Whoa.
I would have loved to see that Colin Farrell
You'd like
Miles
that.
Teller fight.
You'd
It'd
like
be a
that
good
Farrell.
fight.
You think I don't want to get front row to that sweaty fight?
Get a little pre-sweat on you.
Mexican standoff between Miles, Colin,
In Charlie Hunnam?
and
Like,
Jax.
love those. Absolutely here for it.
Who was originally slated to play Forrest Gump? John Travolta, Jeff Goldblum, or Kevin Spacey?
Stop. I can't see any of those people ever, ever playing that
Goldblum could have
role.
killed it.
That is a big pile of chocolates.
Yes.
Stop.
Kevin Spacey. He was getting everything
Guys.
back then. It's the space.
No. No
K-Pax.
way. You think Spacey is going to go full Gump?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Well, he didn't because he didn't want to go.
Goldblum would attempt to go Gump, and they're like, it's just not it.
Yeah, exactly.
we love the effort. It's just so not it. So
No.
we're gonna move on here.
Yeah, Spacey, like they gave it to him, and he's like, "Oh, it's a blockbuster. Look at it." And then he's like, "You want me to do what?"
Yeah, pass.
I want someone with a good Goldblum impression to do some Forrest Gump lines. And just hear how that would work.
Someone please give us the Jeff Goldblum.
I just felt
Gump
like
we-
running.
Everybody laughed their asses off during audition. Like, we can't have this, you guys.
You're too special.
Yeah.
Oh, Jenny, no,
Play special.
no.
You'd be way too cerebral to be Gump. It just like would never work out.
All right, so we're not thinking
Oh, it's
Goldblum.
Travolta? Are you kidding?
Yeah,
We haven't even like
we haven't even
delved
delving into that scenario
Oh
yet.
my god.
Travolta Gump?
No way. No way.
They're not gonna do that to Travolta.
There's no
93.
dancing in Forrest Gump, so he's like pass.
Yeah.
If I can't like get some happy feet going on around
Right.
here, like I'm out.
You know I can't eat the chocolates. They make me sick.
Mama. Hey, oh, Mama. You died on a Tuesday.
Oh my god.
Hey.
I'm dying to know the answer to this now.
Wow. While John Travolta reportedly has said that passing on Gump was a big
No.
mistake,
Come on.
he did all right that year with Pulp Fiction and even competed against Tom Hanks for the Best Actor Oscar.
Oh, Pulp Fiction was
Hanks won.
way more his speed.
I can't believe that he had the opportunity to do Gump, and Pulp Fiction is what revived his career.
Right?
He made the
weird.
right choice.
weird.
Let me just say. He made the right choice.
He did.
That happened the way
He's
it
not
should have.
Gump. He's not Gump. I just can't get the smile on my
Hey,
face
oh,
laughing.
Mama.
Yeah. Dancing his way through the run. I'm just like, yeah. Like, no, absolutely not.
My Flex Light ping pong paddle.
Hey.
Oh.
Check it out, man. Flex the light.
Oh my god.
Oh. Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone ended up playing the lead roles in the hard-to-watch musical La La Land, but who were originally set to sing and dance in this one? Olivia Wilde and Justin Timberlake, Emma Watson and Miles Teller, or Emma Roberts and Nick Jonas?
Olivia Wilde and Justin Timberlake. Could
Roberts
feel
and
it.
Jonas.
I
But
bet.
it was going to be horrible. So they
Yeah, no, I don't think either of those combos mesh the way
it was
they
the other
want them
one.
to.
It was the one we didn't pick.
You fell in both traps.
Yeah.
It was Emma Watson and Miles Teller be drinking.
You know, that's nice. That's like a nice little
It's
La
just
La
a
Land.
nice
That's
little-
sweet.
Cute little.
Emma chose to do Beauty and the Beast instead of La La Land, and Miles did War Dogs with Jonah Hill.
Great choice for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Who was in mind for Phil Dunphy on Modern Family and was offered the role before Ty Burrell?
Wow.
Dietrich Bader,
Oh,
Bryan Cranston, or Matt LeBlanc?
oh my gosh. I honestly, to see Dietrich, I would absolutely love. I love Ty Burrell. I'm so glad that he was picked as Phil Dunphy. He is a great choice.
Dietrich Dunphy?
Dietrich Dunphy.
Dietrich.
I'm here for all things.
He gets cast for
Dietrich.
everything. It's Dietrich.
He'd be amazing. What was the next one after Dietrich?
Bryan Cranston.
Oh, see, he's TV dad. Everybody loves the Cranston, but it'd be hard to have that same relationship with
With Claire.
no
It's
with
just,
Ed.
Yeah.
Ed O'Neill, like it's so like
Ooh,
the Ty
that's right.
Burrell is so different. So I feel like that'd
Yeah.
be too combative. Dietrich could pull that off.
Yeah.
I
I
can't,
don't believe.
it's gotta be Dietrich.
Yeah, it's Dietrich.
It's gotta be Dietrich. What was the last
And
one?
he gets everything. He's like the best actor on TV.
I love him.
Matt LeBlanc was the last one.
No,
Not a chance.
No, I bet he was up for it. He was up for it. Look at him. It's like he would be in line. He has.
He looks
that
like
kind
Ed
of
O'Neill
vibe.
too. Like he has like the younger Ed O'Neill vibe.
He could totally pull off a little bit of that Ty Burrell, but no. I'm gonna go Dietrich.
You're
I
both
wanna-
wrong.
It's Matt.
It's Matt LeBlanc.
I know. It's Matt. I knew I was
I
gonna
almost
be
changed my
wrong.
mind at the last second.
I just knew. I was like, I'm gonna even go with the wrong choice just so I can say Dietrich.
Need another beer
Obviously
already.
Matt-
Fine.
Clearly Matt, but
Matt turned it down, not because he didn't think the show would be a hit, but because he didn't think he could tackle the character. I remember reading it thinking, this is a really good script, but I'm not the guy for this. I'd be doing the project an injustice to take this. I know what I can do and know what I can't do. Plus, I'm having too much fun laying on the couch.
I mean, again, the right choice. I think Ty Burrell absolutely nailed it. Dietrich would have also nailed it, just saying.
What was the reason Michelle Pfeiffer backed out of playing Vicky Vale in Batman? She wanted a bigger role, Michael Keaton was her ex-boyfriend, or her fear of bats?
No, she wanted a bigger role. That's why she got Catwoman and totally nailed it. So
It was like the same role, though.
if she had a thing with bats, she wouldn't be Catwoman.
And that's not going to keep you from taking a movie.
No, and she's not. She's like way more professional to like, she get over her bat fear.
Bat fear.
Bat.
I'm going to say bat fear.
You're going bat
You
fear?
are not going to go bat
Irrational.
fear.
Irrational. She seems like a very irrational person.
You think her irrational bat fear kept her from doing that? No, she's
Because-
like, I deserve Catwoman. We all know I should get a bigger job than that.
That's not what she's irrational about. It's about weird shit like bats.
You're both wrong.
Damn.
Michael Keaton was her ex-boyfriend and would have been her on-screen love interest. Plus, he was trying to get back together with his ex-wife at the time. She backed out to avoid conflict. She did go on to play Catwoman in the sequel, where she would famously put a real-life bird in her mouth for a memorable scene with Danny DeVito, something that would have been CGI'd in ever since.
CGI. Wish they still did it like the old days.
Right?
God, it was so good.
She had worse in her mouth.
Oh.
What's a little bird?
Why did Russell Crowe turn down the part of Wolverine in the X-Men franchise? He didn't want to be too wolfy. He didn't want to transform into the physique needed for the part. He hated the facial hair he'd have to grow.
I think he's had facial hair before. I think that he didn't want to get into like full physique.
No, he was already fat by then.
Yeah, he's like, it's just going to be too much for me.
Yeah.
You're both going physique.
Fat.
No, and I think he's totally fine with the facial hair. He was fat and wanted to be fine with it.
You're both wrong. He didn't want to be too wolfy. Be
He
drinking.
really was
That's
just like,
a thing.
can't be wolfy.
He declined the role because he didn't want to be too wolfy like Mr. Wolf. Exactly.
Does he know that Wolverines aren't wolves?
Exact quote.
They're like
didn't want to
badgers, right?
Yeah. Did
Weasels? I think?
anybody ever tell him that
I think they're weasels.
it's not a wolf? It's not a canine at
At
all?
least be correct. You don't want to be too weaselly.
at least be
It's not a
correct.
wolferine.
Yeah.
You know, I get it when you're like, yeah, it's a little wolfy for me.
It's a little wolfy. I get it.
Now that I think about it, it's a little wolfy for me.
Why did Will Smith turn down the role for Neo in The Matrix? He didn't understand the script, so he made Men in Black. He thought it would flop, so he made Wild Wild West. Or he got offered more money to make iRobot.
Money, robot.
Wow, wow, wow.
Unless he thought Matrix was going to be a flop, which is like hilarious.
He
Wow.
did think it would flop, so he went and made Wild Wild West.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow.
Whoa, Biscuit is right. Blair, I'll be drinking.
Oh, y'all.
Let's discuss some sound and engineering.
Oh, love that.
In Jurassic Park, the sound used for the velociraptors communicating was actually the sound of a walrus played in reverse, the sound of turtles having sex,
Yeah.
the sound of a goose with bass and effects added.
Turtles having sex. You know, they get Jurassic during those situations.
D, Blair taking a dump.
Blair was right. It was the sound of turtles having sex.
Wow.
That was a joke. I didn't even get to guess.
You used your
You
guess
made, yeah, you
As
to
a
made,
make
joke?
your own answer.
you made your pick.
You be drinking.
You be drinking.
You be drinking.
UB40. Hit me.
The noises made by the raptors in Jurassic Park were sourced from recordings of tortoises mating. The sound designer also experimented with horses breathing and geese hissing, but the tortoises proved to be most effective.
We're like, that's our sound right there. We have found it.
Found it.
I believed it.
How did they produce this sound for Reagan's head spinning around in The Exorcist?
Oh,
With the Father and the Holy Spirit. Damien!
Was that 4 hands slowly twisting a rubber hose at the same time, pressing on an uncooked bag of popcorn, or twisting an old leather wallet with credit cards in it?
twisting a hose, 4 hands. Love the specificity of it.
Nope.
And it's like,
Nope. You're wrong, Blair.
twisting.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's credit cards and a wallet.
Mm-mm.
He's right.
Yeah!
It was credit cards in a wallet. Blair loves 4 hands on a hose, but
I do.
unfortunately, she fell into that trap.
Because knew I was just gonna fall on into that one.
At one point, while filming The Exorcist, sound effects engineer Gonzago Gavira borrowed an old cracked leather wallet which contained some credit cards. He held it up to the microphone and twisted it.
Oh, that sound does still creep me out, but it is nice. It like feels better to know. It's just like it's some wallet and cards. It's fine.
It's fine. I'm feeling it.
Feeling it.
We're feeling it.
Who's winning?
Well, it's pretty close.
I was gonna say I feel like it's like a little neck and neck.
It's like whoever's the least drunk at the end.
We'll do a rapid fire lightning round to determine some points.
There's
and
only
see.
one way to really determine.
We'll do a freestyle rap battle at the
the
end.
lightning round.
The ornaments that Marv stepped on in Home Alone were actually made of paper mache, candy, or plastic toys.
B, candy.
Candy. Totally candy.
Paper mache would have never made that noise, and
No.
it's like you can't make it that perfect with paper mache.
Damn.
Like whose paper mache looks like a perfect ornament?
No, it's candy. It's sugar.
It's got to be candy.
Hot sugar.
And plastic. Have you ever stepped on plastic?
Yeah,
That shit
toys. That shit hurts.
hurts even
Or not.
arguably worse than glass or anything sharp.
The decorations were actually made of candy. As an added precaution, Daniel Stern wore rubber feet for his barefoot scenes.
And the nail,
And the nail,
rubber foot.
clearly.
I thought it was like
Fake nail.
retractable nail.
I
And
thought it was
like you
fake
step
nail.
on it and it just like pull. You remember those old fake like little knives where you could
Yeah.
and it would just like go back in if you like
I thought
push
that's how
it.
they did the Pulp Fiction scene, but they had to do it in reverse.
reverse. Learning all the things.
At 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 34 seconds into Mel Gibson's Apocalypto, you can quickly see this lying on top of a pile of dead bodies.
Just dick.
A Starbucks cup, a 49ers sweatshirt, or Waldo from Where's Waldo?
A Starbucks cup.
Niners sweater.
No
You're both
way.
wrong.
Where's
way.
Waldo?
Waldo from Where's Waldo can be seen at 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 34 seconds into Apocalypto.
What?
Get out of here. Really?
It's a good one.
Get out of
I thought I had that one where someone like spotted him.
I'm going to play you a sound from a very rare instrument called a waterphone. Invented by Richard Waters in the late 60s, the waterphone consists of a stainless steel pan surrounded by metal rods of various lengths that can be drummed or bowed like a string instrument. Each model is handmade by Waters himself and has been used in a handful of films, but made famous by 3 in particular. Here's the waterphone, and tell me one movie you recognize it from.
Friday the 13th.
Incorrect.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
No!
Oh.
You should know this.
Bloodsport.
I can imagine what my face looks like right now.
Your face is priceless.
Scream. Fear.
No, or it's like horror but nature. Like we're outside but it's scary. You know?
Halloween.
No!
What?
Why is there
Right.
like a horror version of Jungle
Yes.
the Jungle?
There is some horror elements to it. First of all, you should have gotten that from The Matrix. That was used in The Matrix multiple times.
It
the waterphone.
was?
It was. Also made famous in Poltergeist and Alien.
Poltergeist
Oh.
is what I was feeling.
You knew something horror.
Fuck.
Couldn't think of it.
Beep.
Beep, mother, beep.
While we're getting clippy, this stock sound effect, known as the holy grail of movie geek sound effects, has been used in hundreds of movies, from the biggest blockbusters to the lowest budget movies, for more than 70 years, and is usually heard when someone on screen is shot or falls from a great height.
The Wilhelm scream. Come on.
That's correct. It's the Wilhelm scream. We know this.
We know this. Tyler loves the Wilhelm scream.
I
He'll be
hear
here
it
being
now.
Blair.
Once you've
Wilhelm!
once you've been trained, catch those Wilhelms.
I love how excited he'll be running from another room. Did you hear the Wilhelm? Did you just
did
hear
you hear
it?
it?
The distinctive yelp, which was first used in the 1951 Western Distant Drums, began in a scene where a group of soldiers wade through a swamp and one of them lets out a piercing scream as an alligator drags him underwater. As with many movie sound effects, the scream was not recorded during production, but later in a sound booth, with the simple direction to make it sound like a man getting bit by an alligator. 6 screams were performed in one take, and the 5th scream on the recording became the iconic Wilhelm. Eventually, in the early 1970s, a group of sound designers at USC's film school recognized the unique scream that kept popping up in numerous films they were watching. They nicknamed it Wilhelm Scream after a character in the first movie they all recognized it from, a 1963 Western called The Charge at Feather River, in which a character named Private Wilhelm lets out the scream after being shot in the leg by an arrow. As a joke, the students began slipping the effect into the student films they were working on at the time. Directors like Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, Tim Burton, Peter Jackson, and Quentin Tarantino, in addition to countless others, sought out the sound and put it into their movies as a humorous nod. They wanted to be in on the joke too, and the Wilhelm scream began showing up everywhere, making it an unofficial badge of honor. It's become bigger than just a sound effect, and the name Wilhelm Scream has been used in everything from a band name to a beer. Here's a collection of well-known movies using the Wilhelm Scream.
Wilhelm!
Yeah, I'll just fill my pipe.
Got
So
some
good.
Batman in there.
Batman, Star Wars,
A lot of
Toy
good 90s
Story,
ones in
Aladdin.
there,
There's
yeah.
a lot of
Films.
90s movies in there. It's still used all the time. You guys hear it all the time.
All the time.
You could be
Very
somewhere in the house.
recognizable now.
You catch it like the movie is playing downstairs. You're like,
Yeah.
Lorax.
Wilhelm.
It's in there.
Once you know it, you know it.
Yeah, 52 minutes, Lorax.
You have, you have a trained ear for the Wilhelm.
I do.
He does.
This is sloppy, you guys. This is sloppy. I'm sloppy.
We're sloppy?
We're sloppy. And we haven't kept any score. We don't know who's winning. We don't know how we're doing. Blair, set up some tallies.
I'm doing great.
Tyler's got a nice grasp on the game, and he feels he's in total control. We listened to the playback, and Tyler's got 2 right. He's like, I feel great.
I was gonna say,
He's like, he got Wilhelm Scream. He got the last answer right.
Could be the
yeah. Based off the last
Could be
two
the
questions,
2X's courage over here.
Could be the surge. We're going to get into some true or false. All you have to let me know is this real or fake.
Okay.
Keep the points. In the film Dallas Buyers Club, the film's budget was so low that the makeup budget was only $250. The artists were able to work with that, and the film's makeup and hairstyling won an Oscar.
True. I bet that's real.
False.
That's true. The cast and crew got sick so frequently while filming Waterworld that they had a special designated spot off camera just for them to hurl throughout the day.
True.
True.
You're both wrong. It's false.
Really? Everyone was like totally fine with it? Trapped. For A Star Is Born, Bradley Cooper spent over 6 months with a dialect coach trying to imitate Sam Elliott's voice. Weeks after finishing, he found out Sam Elliott was going to be cast as his on-screen brother. True.
True.
That's true.
You could tell he was channeling his inner Sam Elliott.
There was a 15-year age gap between Sam Neill and Laura Dern in Jurassic Park.
True. Laura Dern looked like she was a bit older, but I bet she was like 26.
True.
That was false. There was a 20-year age gap
Oh,
with Laura
even bigger.
only being 26 while filming.
Shut up.
She was 26 years old.
I'm done.
Sam Neill was 46.
Can I just write
Wow.
winner and just be done with it? Or
You get a dot for the 26.
I get a full
You get a little
chub and a
Too bad
dot.
this one's worth 5.5 dots.
Chub plus.
6 dots.
6 dots coming out.
While filming Guardians of the Galaxy, they had to do several takes of some scenes because Chris Pratt kept making pew pew sounds when he was firing his ray gun.
Yeah, true.
True.
Totally.
100% true.
That's true. Chris Pratt stole his Lone Star suit from the original film to better his chances of being cast in the sequel.
False.
False.
He did it for fun.
He did steal his suit from the set, but he did it in case any hospitalized kids wanted to meet Lone Star. They didn't, but it was a really sweet thought.
Yeah, yeah, they didn't.
An actual robber was fleeing a drugstore and turned the corner onto the set where they were filming the finale of Leon the Professional, in which Leon's building is completely surrounded by cops. Upon seeing an army of actors dressed as policemen, the robber immediately surrendered.
True.
True.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true, and that's
Wow.
hilarious.
Wow. Can you imagine? I'm so sorry. Oh, my God.
That's an awesome fun fact.
That's
when you're
cool.
watching that movie next and you see all of those cops
Oh.
surrounding the building at the end, you're like, oh, man.
You got me.
Just potato chips and a brew crew.
You got the tater.
Didn't mean to go against your wishes.
In The Shawshank Redemption, there's a scene where a guy feeds a maggot to a crow. The American Humane Association made them find a maggot that had died of natural causes to feed to the crow. They wouldn't have given the no animals were harmed in the making of this film at the end if it hadn't.
True. They're definitely going to dot those I's and cross those T's to make sure that crow was handled properly.
Feels right, but I don't think it was a maggot. I feel like, God, what was his name?
It's just a worm.
The old man.
Brooks?
Brooks. I feel like he fed him something else. No,
You
it was
think it's
a
something other than a
mealworm.
maggot?
No, it was a mealworm. You're
Was
right.
it?
True.
True. Protocol.
true.
That's true.
Protocol.
That's crazy, though, because if you killed a fly on set, that's not like no animals were harmed. Fly was harmed.
There was, in fact.
But a
something
maggot
harmed.
is like...
Is a fly an animal?
I don't think a fly is an animal.
If you're killing anything.
Are insects animals?
Insects are insects.
Yes.
I feel like I split the room here. Blair's like, my God.
Ah, they're animals.
And Blake's like, no.
No way.
Insects are
This
insects.
entire thing and then ask me these
I
questions.
feel like I just split the room here.
Yeah.
We're going to discuss amphibians next, or where we headed?
Mammals?
Arachnids?
What's the score over there, Blair?
4 and a dot to 4.
Ooh.
These dots this season are getting
Ooh.
intense.
Yeah. All of the actors playing soldiers in Saving Private Ryan were put through basic training before filming, except Matt Damon, so that the other actors would build an unconscious resentment towards him.
False.
True.
Who would create that
So
kind of
true.
environment?
That's true.
That is true as true can be.
Wow.
Look who
Point.
took the lead.
Point.
5 to 4 and a dot.
Steven Seagal was choked unconscious on a movie set by judo Gene LaBelle, and Seagal shit himself.
Oh, I'm going to say yeah on that one.
No, it's false.
That was true.
People don't
Blair,
forget.
right back into it.
Wow.
The director of Faces of Death had to prove in court that the actors were still alive and didn't get killed during the movie.
False.
Ooh, I feel like this might be a true situation.
False. It was Cannibal Holocaust.
Oof.
Running away with this one, eh, Blair?
Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Samuel L. Jackson used the word motherfucker to overcome his stammer and stutter.
True.
I like it. True.
True is correct. Matthew McConaughey and Matt Damon agreed that if they're ever confused for one another, they'll just go along with it.
I want to say true on this. I bet they could make a pact on that.
It's not the two actors. No, it's false.
False. It's Mark Wahlberg and Matt Damon.
There you
Oh,
go. Blair, don't forget me over there. I see you forgetting me.
Dan Aykroyd's first script for Ghostbusters was set in the future, and Ghostbusters were completely normal, like paramedics or firemen.
True.
I want to say true as well. I can see how
Totally true.
their setup was.
Totally true is correct. A majority of the Titanic cast and crew were poisoned with PCP spiked clam chowder, so they were all rushed to the hospital one evening at 1 a.m.
For sure.
100% true.
That's true.
Damn.
They already got to go through Titanic, but they also got to go through that poison clam chowder.
The Shawshank Redemption, number 1 on IMDb, was the 95th highest grossing film in 1994. 60 spots back from City Slickers 2, The Legend of Curly's Gold, and 20 behind Street Fighter.
That's true.
I love that so
That's
much.
such a true fact if I've ever heard
Feels
one.
a little true to me.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Let's see what other movies did better in the box office from 1994.
Oh my God.
This is wild. Okay, so here we have The Shawshank Redemption in the 95th spot. Ahead of that, we have Above the Rim at 92, Andre in 88,
Andre got above.
Baby's Day Out in 86,
Come on.
My Girl 2 in the 83rd spot,
Well, that's deserving.
I get it.
Street Fighter in the 82nd spot,
Also deserving.
Milk Money in the 80th spot,
Hell yeah.
Jurassic Park in the 79th spot. You may be thinking that can't be right, but it came out the previous year in 1993.
And it's still
was
out.
Wow.
It was still in theaters
That
and
shit
still
was in
making
theaters
money.
for like 3 years. I waited forever to get the VHS tape.
So better than Shawshank Redemption, we have House Party 3, Little Giants, Getting Even with Dad, Quiz Show, 8 Seconds, The Cowboy Way, Reality Bites, The Air Up There, Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit,
Well, you're talking all my favorites now,
Blue
so I'm not
Chips,
mad at this at all.
My Father the Hero,
Yes.
Low Down Dirty Shame,
Little girls.
Beethoven Second,
Oh, yeah.
In the Army Now, Blank Check,
Yes.
Major League 2,
Classic.
It Could Happen to You, Tombstone, Beverly Hills Cop 3, City Slickers 2, The Legend of Curly's Gold, D2, The Mighty Ducks,
It's a hell of a year.
Naked Gun 33 in the third.
Yes.
Better than The Shawshank Redemption.
In theater?
Damn, what a good year.
That was a
I was
great
gonna
year
say,
for movies.
I like
Pulp
I miss the
Fiction,
cinema
Ace
from that
Ventura,
year.
The Client, Philadelphia, Schindler's List, Maverick, Interview with the Vampire, Mrs. Doubtfire, The Mask,
Wow.
The Flintstones.
Back when there were movie stars.
Real
Yeah.
new and like new movies. Those are so good.
The top 3. Any guesses for 1994? I would have gotten this, by the way. Why? I would have gotten this.
No, this is your wheelhouse right here. That's Jim Carrey something.
No, but he cracked the top 10. He had The Mask at 8.
94.
And then
Robin Williams.
Ace Ventura
something?
at 16.
Good Will Hunting.
The Lion King in the first spot.
Okay.
Forrest Gump in the second.
Yeah, I was going to go Gump.
And True Lies in the third.
True Lies.
Not would have guessed that.
Above City Slickers too.
Let it be known that The Lion King grossed $295 million. Forrest Gump, $294 million. And then True Lies was like 146.
Okay.
And it goes down from
Like if you're
so
dancing
it was
on Lion
like
King numbers,
it's
that's like,
Lion
whoa.
King and Forrest Gump and then everything
Everyone else.
94. Boner Jams 94.
It
Yeah,
was
that
my
was-
favorite year for movies.
It was
Great year.
just so good for movies.
Yeah.
That was a great year. Let's talk about dicks for a minute. For the last round of the evening, we have a delicious treat. Let's talk very special effects and play some real dong or fake dong. I'll give you an actor and the film he bared it all, and you let me know if that meat whistle is legit.
Game already.
The real macaque.
I got a good eye for this.
We all know Mark Wahlberg wore a prosthetic in Boogie Nights. What about Jason Segel in Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
That's his dick.
You think it's his dick?
That's his dick.
No, I bet prosthetic.
Real dick.
Give me the point.
Real dick. You're just like, I know, real dick.
Yeah,
Add the point.
Is this the new? Okay.
I know a real dick when I smell one.
Okay.
Channing Tatum in The Vow.
Fake dick.
Prosthetic.
Fake Tatum.
Fake.
He's not going to show off the real Channing.
That's for sure, fakey.
The full Chan.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen in Watchmen.
Real dick.
CGI. See a fake dick.
Blair got it.
No.
Not all of him was acting when it came to playing superhuman Dr. Manhattan, which earned him a 2020 Emmy for Outstanding Penis in a supporting role.
Yeah.
No way, that's real.
Yeah, that was real.
The big blue hanging thing?
It wasn't blue, but it might as
The
well
real
been.
blue
That big old blue thing down by his knee.
Foot and a half.
Tyler remembers specific crevices.
I remember the color of that thing.
His name is Yaya for a reason, bro. I'm like a one guy. He's two yeahs down there.
Good for yaw and a half.
Chris Pine in The Outlaw King.
Fakies.
True. I'm gonna go real dong.
100% real pine peen.
Real pine pine.
Wow.
Full
Love
wood.
that real pine.
Thick wood from pine.
Jason Biggs in American Reunion.
Ooh.
Fake peen.
That was real.
Whoa.
Real peen.
He showed his peen in that?
Showed his peen in
I
that.
don't remember that at all.
Was that during the apple pie situation or
There's always
Reunion.
a pie situation. This is reunion.
during the reunion?
It's like the fourth one, Blair.
Come on now.
Man, that was the reveal.
Jonah Hill in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Fake.
Fake.
Fake knob.
Fake knob.
Aaron Taylor Johnson in A Million Little Pieces.
Real.
Who?
Kick ass.
Oh, real.
That was A Million Pieces of Real Dong.
Yeah.
Okay. Adam Scott and Jason Schwartzman in their adult sex comedy, The Overnight.
Ooh, real.
Gotta be real.
Both synthetics.
Oh, shit.
Jason Mewes in Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Fake.
Fake.
That one's real.
Wow, really?
Good for you, Jace.
Jace. Chris Hemsworth in Vacation.
Fake.
Gotta be fake.
Totally fake. Impressive, but that's a counterfeit baby maker.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why is it all stretched out in the crotch?
Fun fact about that, they were trying out different prosthetics to put on him for that scene, and they had an 8-incher in there, but he made it look so normal and pulled it off so well. They're like, this isn't comedic enough. This just looks normal.
Go
We're gonna go
bigger.
14.
We're going to need to go bigger.
We're gonna
Bring me the 10.
Bring me the big one, the big boy. Unlock the case.
Michael Fassbender in Shame.
Obviously real. We've discussed this.
Real Fassbender.
No shame in that meaty dong.
No.
Kevin Bacon in Wild Things.
Fake bacon.
Faking the bacon?
Yeah.
Real bacon.
Real bacon.
Real bacon!
Real bacon!
That shit ain't turkey.
That was real bacon.
Original pork product.
Joe Latruglio playing the nudist in Wanderlust.
Fake.
Go real.
Blair's got it with the fake.
Came back.
Fakies. He's got to go nude all movie. He's going to wear a fakie.
What's the score here?
7-6, Tyler.
7 to. What happened to the dot?
Oh, well, I thought I started over. We still adding on?
Yeah.
6 and a dot to
Oh,
7.
well, that's just way too much to figure out right now.
But
You
it's
can't make
7
me
to
drink
6?
that much. And then I'll be...
And then do math.
All right. 1 and a dot for the dick round.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor has gotten his pork sword out like 16 times, including films such as Young Adam, Trainspotting, Velvet Goldmine, Fargo, and The Ghost. Guy must have like a nudity clause in his contract that guarantees his peen gets screen time.
Love it.
He always wants it out, but is it real or fake?
That's a real big fish right there.
Yeah, it's real. Real big.
Well done, you guys.
It's real.
I'm worn out.
I've thought about too much dick tonight.
That was a lot of peen.
It will do a number on you, huh? I did learn a lot of peen facts I wasn't aware of.
What was your favorite fun fact of the evening?
I love when someone can just like show up and show out with their real peen. And that was kind of shocking of some of those ones.
So you like the peen fun
That
facts?
was a very diplomatic answer. of
Ewan
Blair.
McGregor, I love that he went real. We know Fassbender's going real. It's like you got it, you show it.
Dong bender.
The last dong bender.
You gotta earn that name.
Let's move on to our track of the week. Out of Memphis, Tennessee, this is Fever Tree with Led to Believe. Great song. I love that one. Thank you, Fever Tree.
My favorite.
New Dream Car giveaway over at 8080. In addition to the 15% off you get for using code CRUNCHY, every dollar you spend gets you entered in for a brand new Lamborghini plus $60,000 in cash. You do not want to miss out. Nor do you want to forget to check out somethincrunchy.com, where you'll find every episode or links for social media, and the Almighty Crunch Store, where you'll find all kinds of crunchy gear showing that you are a proud citizen of Crunch Nation. Join us every Friday at 10 o'clock on 97.3 The Rattler, or find us wherever you get your podcast. This has been another episode of Something Crunchy, and as always,
Don't ever forget to live your crunchiest life.
And be crunchy to one another.
Please don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, and all that crunchy good shit. All episodes can be found at somethincrunchy.com and on all podcast platforms. Thank you for listening.
We
I'm concerned. I have concerns.
You should probably watch that, Mike.
that was a sharp one.
You're getting pink eyes sitting over there.
Yeah, I can smell your microphone over here. Hey, Blake, cut that.
Oops, all bloops. Hey, Blake, cut that.
Bloops.
I did learn a lot of peen facts I wasn't aware of.
Oi, oi!
Hell yeah.